You like it?
I like it.
Pete, the alterations.
Oh.
The furniture, the lamps, the new window.
That's fine. Fine. Very classy.
You think it's too classy?
No.
You know, I got a lot of loyal and classy customers to consider.
Don't give it a second thought.
The second thought goes with the second mortgage.
Who is he?
You got me. He's in trouble, and his name is Majeski.
Thanks, Mother.
Mr. Gunn.
Mr. Majeski?
Yes, I'd like to talk to you.
Well, why don't we go outside?
I want you to find her. 4 years, you would think it was long enough for her to come just home. Not let me just... Oh, I'm sorry. I'm telling it so badly.
Who didn't come back, Mr. Majeski?
My daughter, Ellen. 4 years prison. That's what court gave her.
For what?
How do you say it? Accomplice to robbery. But now it's over 2 weeks that she's finished.
Released?
Yes, but she didn't come home. Why? I don't know. Maybe she thinks I'm ashamed. Never. She's a good girl. Made only one mistake. Just once in trouble. Now it's finished. She's released, but why didn't she come home?
Have you reported it to the police?
What can I tell them? She's 26. It's no crime not to come home. No crime, but it hurts.
Any idea where she might go? What about her friends?
There were none. You see, she's not a pretty girl. Always quiet, keeping to herself, you know. Oh, Mr. Gunn, please find her. Tell her to come home, huh?
I'll see what I can do.
When you find her, please tell her how lonely the house is. So lonely. Long time. Lonely.
Hi.
Hi. Hurry, Emmett.
Who was that unhappy little man?
Unhappy little man that would be a lot happier if I could find his daughter.
Young daughter?
26.
Attractive daughter?
Couldn't say.
Couldn't or wouldn't?
What difference does it make?
No difference at all if she's 26 and unattractive.
I'll let you know.
I'll let you know.
Bye.
Bye.
What do you want me to do, Hanson? Crawl inside an unconscious man's head? Nobody's holding back. The man is unconscious. You'll know as soon as we do.
Bad night, Lieutenant?
The job isn't rough enough. The DA has to have a nephew who wants to play reporter.
What do they think you're holding back?
You know Edie Kling?
A little fat guy, a small-town grifter, heist artist, yeah.
He tried the wrong heist a couple of hours ago. A doctor's office, a plastic surgeon by the name of Arthur Snider. So the watchman cornered him. Kling panicked. He fell out of a window.
Big drop?
3 stories. He was on critical, but now he's just hanging on, and this idiot wants to know what he had to say.
I guess this is a bad time to ask a favor, huh?
Goodbye.
Okay. So be it.
All right. Get it over with. What is it?
A girl. Ellen Majeski.
Where did you bring that one from?
Sound like you remember.
Yeah, I remember. About 4 years ago, she was kind of a companion to an old lady. Big estate up in the Heights. One night, the old lady's wall safe was knocked over, and a man was seen running away. We proved that Ellen was the accomplice. She let him in. Yeah. Love, what does it get you?
How does that figure?
How else does it figure? She refused to identify the guy, even after they wanted to give her a lighter rap for it. Then they threw the book at her. 4 years. She still wouldn't identify him. Never did. Yeah, it's rough when love hits that kind.
What kind?
Take a look.
See your point. Can I keep this?
Any particular reason?
Well,
No, don't tell me. I've got enough going with the DA and his little nephew. All right, when you're through with it, bring it back.
keep up the good work. You're doing a dandy job, Lieutenant.
I may resign. Yes, Hanson. No, Hanson.
Don't pass by, friend. Heed the call. Drop a coin in the drum. There's food for all. Give till it hurts, friend. Do what's right. Drop a coin in the drum. You'll sleep tonight.
Hey, will you stop beating that drum?
Shut up. Pete. Long time, handsome. How you been?
Fine, Leather, fine. You?
Well, it's eating money.
Beats liberating wallets, huh?
Sure. But I get real weary for the old scam sometimes, you know.
Fight it, Leather.
It's a lot to fight, handsome. A lot of seconds you don't forget. A lot of shivers. The minute just before you make the snatch. And then teasing yourself, wondering how much the pigeon carried. And then the first look inside. Oh, it's something, Pete. A kick every time. You didn't come to reminisce. Ask.
Leather, when you were upstate, do you remember a girl, she got out about 2 weeks ago by the name of Ellen Majeski?
You trying to find her? Oh, you got a problem, handsome. A big one.
Why don't you tell me about it?
Well, state's good in one way. It takes care of you. Any kind of doctor you want. Ellen had a plastic surgeon work her over. I hear she turned out a real looker.
Remember the name of the doctor?
With every dame at state drooling over it. That's no secret. Named Snider. A real top man of here.
That wouldn't be Arthur Snider.
That's the fella. Help any?
This much.
This what you're looking for? Just keeping the fingers limber. Like a piano player, you know? Oh, you lovelies, you.
Come on, Snider. Use your head. You're not going to get anything out of this.
By exchange, received a call. I was to come to the office. An emergency. When I arrived, those men were waiting downstairs. They wanted me to bring them up here, but they wouldn't say why, so I refused. Well, you saw the rest.
Weren't you curious about what they were looking for up here, Doctor?
Narcotics, probably. It's happened to many doctors.
That doesn't add. The thief that got in here earlier, you said he broke into the files and was looking at pictures of your patients. Now, it's a good bet that they were all looking for the same thing.
Picture of a patient? Why?
Would you mind telling me about your work at the prison, Doctor?
Now, Mr. Gunn, it is late and
I know. But it's important.
Very well. It's based on what has proved to be a solid medical theory that physical unattractiveness is a definite factor in crime and criminals. And the results are pretty hard to argue with.
What would you call the result with Ellen Majeski?
What would you say?
Well, I'd congratulate you.
And you'd be wrong.
That's hard to follow.
Is it? This kind of work is done over a long period, Mr. Gunn. One gets to know one's subject. But never at any time did I see any sign of the inner change that I'd hoped for. Every conversation, every word reverted to one thing. The man for whom she covered up, the man for whom she went to prison, some cheap little hoodlum. No, Mr. Gunn, I would not say that this has been a success.
She never mentioned a name. Do you realize she hasn't been seen since she was released, Doctor?
You find him, you'll find her, Mr. Gunn.
A man without a name?
Well, I'm not so sure. See, I use sodium phenethol for the anesthetic. Now, under that influence, many people talk a great deal. Ellen mentioned one particular name many times. Guido. I'm not being too helpful, huh?
It depends. How did she use the name? Did she talk to him? About him?
Mostly about his place, his apartment, I imagine. I'll be at Guido's, or I'll wait at Guido's, or what is it?
Oh, it's a big step, if it's the right one. You see, there's a little 2x4 restaurant down at the end of the pier called Guido's.
Well, I hope that's what you're looking for, Mr. Gunn.
You took the words right out of my mouth, Doctor.
Sorry, matey. Dang blade is what does it.
One more inch and you would have done it.
I've told him 100 times, blade ain't fit to scrape with, let alone split and shuck. You think he'd spend $2 for a new one? Not him. Not Guido.
Well, everybody's got troubles.
Not like me. Here, go ahead, try it. See what it's like to work with a bad knife.
No, I came as close as I want to. Thanks anyway.
Hey, Pete! Pete, long time no see.
Hello, Guido.
Hey, you're just in time.
Really?
Pizza's nice and hot. I got nice red wine, and I'm good. Hey, pretty girl, huh?
Very pretty.
Hey, don't look too hard. Otherwise, I tell Edie.
Who is she?
A customer. She sure liked the place and the wine. Maybe 2 weeks now. Every night she come. Just sit. Same table, the same wine. Just sit and drink. I never think the place was so nice.
Excuse me, Guido.
Yes.
Hello, Ellen.
You made a mistake.
Dr. Snider thinks maybe you made one.
Who are you?
My name's Gunn.
To Dr. Snider. Big man with a knife. Did you ever see a picture of me before the operation, Mr. Whoever you are? The difference. Tell me the difference.
He'll tell you soon enough.
He?
The little hood that let you do 4 years for him.
Goodbye.
Listen, Ellen.
Look, I'm a big girl. I serve my time. Ask the state.
What am I supposed to tell your father?
My father.
He's been going crazy, waiting, wondering. What is it?
Mister, my father died when I was 4 years old.
I come. Oh, Mr. Gunn, come in, please. You find out something, please? What's wrong?
Page 32 of the mug book, file B. Do you know how it reads? Not Victor Majeski, Victor Kalish. Grand theft, arson, armed robbery, 3-time loser.
Oh.
All of it, Kalish, right now. Why the Find My Daughter Act? Who hired you? Who really wants Ella Majeski found?
You break my arm.
That's up to you. I want a name.
Walker. Marty Walker. He paid me to do.
Ellen's boyfriend? The one she never identified? But why? Why that way?
Well, she was released, but she didn't get in touch with him, so he's worried. He wants to be sure she still loves him, because if she tells the truth, he can still go to prison. He had to find her.
But he couldn't. Because of the new face, is that it?
Well, please don't say I told you, because I can't afford one more time in trouble.
That depends on what else you have to say.
I already told you everything.
Almost everything. Where do I find Marty Walker?
Yes. All right.
Whatever it is, you'll have to try someplace else, Mac. I'll be a long time on this.
Oh, that's a shame, Marty. I thought we might have a talk about Ellen Majeski.
I don't know you, mister.
You should. You paid a man to hire me.
I don't know what you're talking about.
About a lieutenant I know and what he's going to throw at you. One burglary, one beating. You should do about the same stretch as Ellen did.
Out of it, could you? So what did it get you? This.
Pull it in your half-past cell time. They'll strap you in and pull the switch. Only this time you won't have Ellen Majeski to cover for you.
Ah, that ugly broad. Look, all I gotta do is find her. She'll swear up and down I was with her while you were getting killed.
Got away with women, huh, Walker? Love comes easy, is that it?
Only a dummy falls in love, friend. Either a dummy or some ugly woman. A smart guy learns how to use it. You know, all I gotta do is snap my fingers.
Snap your fingers, my love. Let's see if it still works. Not one word in 4 years, Marty. Not one visit to the ugly broad. Because it was too hard to pretend, Marty. To look in my face and pretend. You used me, that's all it was. Was it worth it, Marty? Tell me. Why don't you snap your fingers now? Why didn't I kill him when I was ugly?